Hey guys, what's up? Tamara here. Today we are going to do the first of my live interview series that will feature Rush City BookCon. This is happening in Michigan later this summer, and during this interview we'll be chatting with Jackie from book blog Literary Escapism. She's also the creator and the organizer of Rush City BookCon. So be sure to hit that subscribe button because almost every Sunday throughout the end of July you'll want to see the live features that I have planned. We'll be meeting with several authors that are signed up to attend the event, and I know you don't want to miss it. So without further ado, hi, Jackie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi.
How are you today?
Cold, but other than that, I can't wait for August when it'll be a lot warmer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's actually a really good time to be in Michigan.
It's a gorgeous time to be in Michigan, especially with all the fruit blossoming in the area.
Absolutely. So I guess we can just jump right on in, shall we? Let's get the ins and outs of Rush City. So when and where is it?
Rush City will take place at the Troy Marriott in Troy, Michigan, just north of actually the Metro Detroit Airport. So if anyone's looking, that will be the closest airport. It's August 12th, 13th, and 14th. I'm always forgetting the dates, it seems like. All these dates run in my head. But we'll be starting bright and early on Friday, August 12th. First panel will be at 10 a.m., 9:30, 9, 10. I'm still working on the schedule. So it's going to start around that time, but I'm not a morning person, so I'm thinking I might start them a little later, but normally it's probably about 9 o'clock. Panels will be going through Friday evening, and Saturday we'll be having a book signing. It's a charity book signing open to the public. And then Sunday we'll have some, and then we'll wrap up on Sunday afternoon by noon.
Awesome. So Rust City is a really interesting name for this BookCon. How did you come up with that?
Actually, I was working with author Celeste Delaney, and who else was it? Celeste. It was mainly Celeste and I. She's the one who pretty much started poking me, saying like, "Hey, you need to do this. It's great in the area." And I'm like, "Well, we need to come up with something that is kind of Detroitish, kind of Michigan, but still not very locally named." For instance, I didn't want to do like Motor City and then end up finding a great place to do it, like in Lansing. That wouldn't have made much sense. And then, but with all the autos and we have some fantastic flea markets in the area too, like some giant farmers markets where you can find some great antique deals. And I'm just a huge antique junkie to begin with, and I just like the look of rust. It's just the color discolorations a lot, and I don't know. I just like the rust, and once we just put rust and city together, it just we couldn't think of anything else that worked better.
I like it. It's catchy.
I debuted the name last year at Lori Foster's Reader's Author, and I guess there were some comments about Rust City and it being not so Detroit and not good. But I don't know, I kind of disagree because we're very much rusty right now. We have a lot of the discoloration going on, but we're starting to put our polish on, and it's going away, but we're not hiding it either. So there's nothing wrong with it.
I agree. Actually, Metro Detroit is a really amazing area. And for those who don't know what's around, I mean, there's a lot of like cities all around Metro Detroit, including Troy, where this is, and Birmingham and Royal Oak, and, a lot of cool places.
I know. I think when people hear Detroit, they're hearing the auto industry, and they're hearing the GM failures and the 8 Mile live with Eminem and all that, and that's not all Detroit is. I'm like, we have we have like 3 or 4 casinos downtown. We have the Red Wings, the Pistons, the Tigers. We have so much going on. We have a fantastic zoo. There's so much, plus the lakes. Hello, we have coastline in some of the states on the ocean. Can't beat that.
Exactly. And I mean, we're going to be like in Troy, I think it's 20 minutes from downtown. So you can check out, like you said, the casinos, the river walk, everything that's down there.
And the Troy Marriott is located on Big Beaver in Troy. And it's the main, I would say it's the main street through Troy, actually. And it goes straight into Birmingham, and it goes all the way to Lake Huron. And there's so much to do in the area where the hotel is. And even, in fact, the hotel has a shuttle that will take you anywhere within a 5-mile radius. 5 miles east, 5 miles west, south, or north. They will take you there, and there's no like, oh, we'll be back in 15 minutes. You can schedule when you want to go. So you want to go to lunch at 6, you're like, I want to take a shuttle to Granite City or I can't think of that fondue place because now it's stuck in my head that I want to
The
go.
melting
Melting
pot.
Pot. And
Hmm.
like the melting pot's right down the road, and they will take you there, and then you just gotta call them, and they'll come pick you up as well.
Yeah, they have steak houses, a fish, seafood, like a
Oh,
four-star seafood place right down the street over there.
I know there is just you can get McDonald's a half a mile away, all the way up to saying like Morton Steakhouse or Ruth Chris's Steakhouse is just across the
Exactly.
street too. So there is so much to do in that area.
Don't mention, not to mention the mall, Somerset Mall. Oh my goodness, the sight to be seen.
Oh yeah, Somerset, you can go down there. There's Coach and Louis
Yeah.
Vuitton and Prada. I mean, yeah, it's a
Hmm.
high-end mall in the area, so it'd be
Yeah.
perfect for anyone who's looking for that new Coach purse too.
Exactly. So there's tons to do.
Hmm.
Not to mention the you have a party happening as well during Rust City, right?
A party?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have the whole weekend's a big party in my opinion. I
Yeah.
mean, seriously, hanging out with authors. I mean, what else are you gonna do at a party?
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, I have a couple different ideas of what I'm doing. The party is going to be Saturday night, and I have a fantastic room at Troy Marriott to use. I'm hoping to use it. Let's put it this way. I'm still trying to figure out what the best way, but that's what we're going to be doing. And then on Friday, I'm trying something a little new, something I learned from attending Coastal Magic down in Daytona. Jennifer does a fantastic con, and she has these meet and greets that she does with the authors. And I'm thinking I'm going to try something like turning into the Friday night party and doing a more of a meet and greet where there's not just one party going on, but there will be three different parties that readers can jump between. And in reality, there's probably gonna be six different parties going on, three at 1 hour, and then like an hour and a half later, three more or something like that.
Oh,
It's
that's
still,
awesome.
yeah, it's still in the works, but my idea is to give everyone options to do on a Friday night because I mean, not everyone wants to go and dance or something like that. But one of my Nicole, she's a reviewer, my assistant editor at Literary Escapism. She loves karaoke. I am very positive that one of those rooms is going to have karaoke in it. I
Yes.
have a feeling she will be mad if I don't have karaoke in some form.
Well, throw a
Uh,
little alcohol in and I might join in.
There, exactly. In the bar, and the Troy Marriott went through a renovation recently. So, I mean, for anyone who's been in Michigan and has gone to Confusion in January, they used to be at this hotel a few years ago. And I guess since then, they've remastered the entire bar, and it looks fantastic. Very open, lots of seating, so there's a lot of places to gather and hang out too.
Oh, that's very cool. Awesome. So let's see, what else can we talk about with this awesome event? Oh, yes, the bookseller. Let's talk a little bit about the bookseller you lined up.
We are working with Books a Million. They will be there all weekend long with lots of fabulous books, not only from the authors attending, but quite a few of the local Michigan authors as well. Even if they're not in attendance, we're that's something I'm really trying to do with the Rust City is push Michigan's authors. I mean, there's a ton of us here,
Mhm.
and I want to make sure that people know about us. Plus, not only that, I mean, come on, we're in Detroit. This is like one of the big international airport hubs, and we don't get book author signings here. Come on, guys, we're here. We're right. Like Windsor's not even 20 minutes away.
I
So
know. I feel
we're,
that pain.
I know. I'm like, so I'm hoping to like really spot, and we're gonna make sure we're featuring the Michigan authors, but there's gonna be still tons of books. And if you haven't been into a Books a Million, there is a huge pop culture section. I'm like, oh my god, I'm in love every time I walk in there. And they've promised to bring quite a few of those toys as well.
Oh, that's cool. So speaking of authors, how many authors do we have signed up to attend Rust City?
Oh, you're going to ask me that question. I haven't looked. I have 34 at the moment. I just had someone register this past week. Author registration I'm keeping author registration open until May 1st. Previously, that I was going to keep it open, but due to book ordering issues and spacings, I think it's just going to be a better idea just to close it May 1st. After that, it's going to be open to invitation only. Like, I'm not going to say no, I'm not taking anyone after that, but it'll depend on where I'm at. So it's gonna whether or not I can fit more in. But right now we're at about 34 authors, and I still have about another 10 who have expressed interest and said, "Hey, I'm coming. I just haven't registered yet." So I have a
Okay.
few. I'm guessing we'll be about 40 plus.
Okay, authors out there, if you're in the Metro Detroit area or if you're in a nearby state and you want to travel to this awesome area, now's your time to sign up. We're still accepting them, obviously. So
And
jump on that.
yeah, anyone, if you want to come from you, as long as you can get here, I'm not saying no to anyone.
Hmm. Yeah, we have a good variety too. All different genres right now. It seems like there's a little bit of everything.
There's a lot of we range from authors who are just celebrating their debut release in January to some who are getting ready to put out their I don't know where she's at, but I think she's at 30 books now at some point. I know Cindy Spencer Pape has put out so many books, especially in her steampunk series.
Hmm.
So I mean, we've got, and we're also ranging from indie to New York Times published. So I mean, there's going to be a very eclectic crowd at Rest City, and that's the best thing too, because you never. I mean, one of the things I try to do, not only with my site but with this, is introduce readers to someone they haven't heard of before, or not, or maybe even get them to try something they haven't. Like, how many people have heard of steampunk but never read it?
Oh, I
And
love
I have some.
steampunk.
I know. I mean, there's some
Yeah.
fabulous steampunk out there,
Yeah.
and I'm bringing some authors who read it just as well. And there's a few of our authors are mystery writers, some are contemporary romance, some are more inspirational. I mean,
Yeah.
we go to urban fantasy, paranormal, because that's my love.
Oh, me too. I love it.
I know I can't lie. I will not be shy about saying I may have invited a lot of paranormal urban fantasy, but that's because that's who I know and that's who I love. But cannot wait to meet all these new authors I've been meeting through Rust City and to get into their books as well.
That's awesome. That's good with me because I love the same genres and I could just read those and only those, but I force myself to read a variety so that, I'm more open-minded when it comes to fiction, but I love fiction.
That's the beautiful part about attending these reader conventions too, is it's not just the fact that you're going to get to meet authors and see your favorite author. I'm like, that's a good reason to go. But you get to meet new readers who love the genres you love. And not only that, you get to find new books that you may not have come across.
Yeah.
I've been going to Coastal Magic for 2 years now, and I've met so many authors and readers that I didn't even know about existed. I'm like, oh my God, where have I been missing this book?
Yeah.
Not only that, some of my favorite authors who attend, they have series out I never knew about.
Really? That's awesome.
Where did these series come from?
Well, not to mention just the fact that you get to talk books with other bookish people.
Yes.
In our everyday lives, there aren't people that can just name drop authors and series and books and titles. And it's like no one understands that like a fellow reader. So
exactly. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but Colleen Gleason is writing another Macy Gardella book. And am I the only one who can't wait for it? Seriously, somebody had better tell me they have read that series, because Buffy in Victoria, England, need I say more?
Oh, Lord. Okay, I got to get on it because I have not read that series, but I need to.
I love it. I love the Gardella Chronicles and this new Macy Gardella series. It's awesome.
Well, book recommendation. Thank you. I'll jot that down on my TBR list.
Well, that's what the whole weekend. That's what I'm hoping the whole weekend is for, is adding to that TBR list. Granted, I'm sure it needs more books, but why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, there's no such thing as too many books.
My husband might disagree with you, and for that reason, there will also be giveaways at the panels, because I have an overflow of books that I've been receiving for publishers for review, and guess where I'm saving them for? They will be used as giveaways during each of the panels.
Oh, awesome.
So I can't guarantee people would leave with a ton of books like they would say from RT, but they will be leaving with something.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so let's see, what else can we cover about this event?
Charity book signing, August 13th. We will be raising funds not only for Child's Play. Not sure if anyone's familiar with it. It's a gamer sponsor. It's more of a gamer industry charity that focuses on providing toys to pediatric hospitals. I don't know if anyone's ever been to a pediatric hospital, but you get all these kids ranging from infants and toddlers to like 18 years old plus, whatever they consider the top of the range for pediatrics, and they need toys. I mean, what else are you going to, if you go into the hospital, you're usually bringing a book or something to do.
Right.
Well, these kids aren't doing that. My youngest son was hospitalized for just a couple of days, and just watching him hooked up to all those tubes and whatnot, it was very disheartening because he was so miserable. It wasn't until the nurses said he's stable, he's doing good, let's take him down to the toy room. And seriously, having an 18-month-old riding a toy car garage like a bucking bronco, hilarious. Seriously. So I mean, I've been a fan of Child's Play since before that, because they have like 99% cost of everything they raise goes towards the charity.
Mhm.
All you would, I mean, if you want to donate something, you go online, you find the hospital you want. You can be very specific, and their website takes you straight to the Amazon. You see the hospital's wish list, and it gets shipped right to the hospital. There's no middleman in that aspect, and I love it. Specifically, we will be focusing on 2 children's hospitals here in Michigan: the Children's Hospital in Michigan here in Detroit, and then oh my God,
Is
it's
that the
blanking.
new one that just opened in Troy you're doing for the second one?
Actually, I want to say that no, the one in Detroit, there's multiple hospitals, and I want to say they're the ones who just put in another satellite outpatient place right next door to the hotel. I
Mhm.
think. Don't quote me on that. But the other children's hospital is out in Wyoming, Michigan, over by Grand Rapids.
Okay.
I know the name. I'm going to know the name as soon as this is over, and I'll forget it then. But yeah, that's my plan. Is so we'll be raising money not only through the book signing, but through raffles as well. We have raffle baskets coming in
Mhm.
from lots of the authors, from myself as well, and I'm still gathering a bunch of raffle baskets, and all the proceeds will be going to Child's Play.
Okay.
In
That's awesome.
addition, we're doing one more charity, just because this is my thing. I'm like, I know. Whenever I go to the reader cons, I'm always hearing like, "Hey, let's do a book swap. I have all these books. I don't need them, right?" And then half the time you get there and okay, there's nothing I want, so I'm having to take these same books home. What I'm asking everyone to do is for anyone who comes to the signing to bring a gently used book to be donated to use in a little library that will be constructed and painted from those attending the Kid Lit track and installed somewhere here in the community.
That's awesome.
So any books, anyone wants to donate a book, we're going to be opening and collecting for a free little library to be up here.
Okay, so those of us with little ones, I don't have any, but some people with little ones who want to, participate and bring their kids along, share a little bit about what the Kid Lit track is.
I've been going to author signings since for the past, let's say, 10 years. Let's just keep a nice round number. My oldest son is 9, and he's actually gone to quite a few with me. If anyone ran into me in Savannah Authors After Dark in 2013, he was with me during the giant signing that Saturday, and he loves going to those things. He loves going to Confusion here in Detroit in January, and he loves the fact that he can go and see he gets to meet authors and he gets to participate in the geeky conversations, and there's nothing like that for him. Confusion's the closest thing we have. It's more of a science fiction fantasy convention. It's not book related. He doesn't get to talk to his authors and whatnot, and he doesn't get to talk to other kids who are geeky in books and all that. So I wanted to add that aspect in for Rust City. How many of us have kids out there that we're trying to get in to be as much as the geek bookworms as we are?
Right.
So this is something where if you're a parent, you have a kid who wants to talk about books as well, bring them in. They will be hanging out in their very own room in the convention or in the hotel. It's not going to be near the main area just because I don't want cross traffic, but you'll be able to leave your kids there. It's going to be a supervised panel basically, and they'll be able to talk. They'll have their own programming track with their own topics, and they will be painting the Free Little Library as one of the panels there. That way, when we do install it, we can say this was books were collected from the attendees and painted by those on the Kidlet track.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
So that's great. So let's talk about a little bit of the pricing for the readers and the Kid Lit track. So if anyone's out there that wants to attend, let's share with them how much it will cost them to attend.
reader registration is $85. The Kidlet track is not nearly that much. There's no way I would make that much. I want to say I threw it. I haven't looked at that price point. I knew you were going to throw that. I mean, I just didn't even think about it. I want to say it's like $30 or $40.
Okay.
And that's going to cover the Kidlet track goes. You'll be able to drop them off at 9 a.m. And then pick them up, and then we will not be serving food in the like while you'll be able to leave your kids there. You will have to come back and get them for lunch and for dinner. And simply because my son has food allergies, and I would hate to worry about that with someone else. And so we're just not going to even touch the food issue. We're going to let parents deal with that. So you'll be able to come up, and then the Kidlet track will be closed during the lunch break, during the dinner break. And then they'll be also able to go hang out in the Kidlet room with their own party both Friday and Saturday night, so the parents can still go back and party at the Friday and Saturday. So
That's awesome.
their registration fee is going to cost like all their track plus their party and that stuff too. So I'm gonna say it's like, I don't know, I can't remember if I did it $35 or $45, but
I
it's right
just
around
looked
that
it up.
price.
It's 35. I just checked the website.
35. That's what I thought. That sounded right, but I don't want to shoot myself in the foot either. So, but
Right.
yep,
And the book signing, is that free for everyone?
that the book signing is completely free. But again, like I said, I'm asking for everyone to bring a gently used book. If you bring one in, awesome. If not, I understand. But come on, you don't have one book you want to donate to someone that you haven't read, that you've read and don't really want to read again. I know I can't be the only one with a stack like that.
Oh no, all of us book nerds have at least a few. Let's be honest. You can bring probably 2 or 3 books you will never pick up again, and we know it.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. And
Yeah.
the books I'm looking for, they can range from picture books for kids all the way up to adult. I'm looking for a wide spectrum because the Free Little Library isn't going to be targeted at one age. It's going to be for all ages, and it's going to be sitting in hopefully a community park.
hmm Okay, that's cool. Let's see what else can we cover. Oh yes, let's give out all your social media information for Rust City.
As the one thing I've been trying really hard to push is you can find Rust City on Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus. If you've been on TSU, Rust City doesn't have its own page there because it's still in beta, but I'm there and I've been promoting it there as well. And then the website, rustcity.com.
Yep. And Tumblr.
rustcitybookcom.
Did you say Tumblr? Aren't you on Tumblr
I
too?
am on Tumblr too.
Okay.
Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook.
Everywhere.
I try to be everywhere.
hmm And it's all Rust City BookCon, right? No
Yes.
exceptions.
No exceptions.
Okay. And you guys don't forget to follow the hashtag RustCity16 so you can stay in the loop as, different posts go up, different features are presented, or just, to see what's going on and keep up to date with the con, right?
And the one thing too about Rust City that I'm trying to do that not every convention does is registration will not close. It will not close until August 13th, the second day of the con. If you just find out about it on the 10th, you want to come on down. I'm not closing. The only thing I will say is those who are registered by June 1st will be guaranteed a welcome bag. After June 1st, I'm not going to order a ton extra, but I will be ordering extra. So it'll be first come, first serve when you register.
Awesome. Everyone likes a gift bag. That's a
And,
reason to register now.
and because, I like being different, if you can't tell. Not that I'm really different at the moment. Everyone's doing the color, but Rust City is not going to do the standard canvas tote bag that most conventions do. I wanted to use something more of a reusable, eco-friendly type of bag. So it's, those little tiny square ones you can fold up and stick in your purse.
hmm
That's what I'm looking at, but because that's something that hey, Rust City is all about the antiquing and finding stuff. You want to make sure it lasts.
Right,
And how
exactly.
many canvas tote bags can you really use if you're really over and over again when you have like 50 of them? But those reusable bags, I swear I have about a dozen in my purse.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I don't even really use any canvas bags that I've gotten now that I
Yeah.
think about it. So that's great. Awesome. Okay, let's see. What else do we have to share, Jackie? Anything?
Oh,
You want to cover everything so the viewers know what to expect when they arrive for RustCon.
honestly, this is my first time organizing a con. I've been helping Jennifer at Coastal Magic for the past 2 years. I've done some panel works and other conventions, and so I've been on the low organizing scale, but this is my first time taking on something this huge. So I am going to be riding this party train and finding out everything new as just like everyone else. So any suggestions, anything you want to hear, anything you want to see, let me know. I want to hear it. I'm not a mind reader and I don't pretend to be one. But other than that, I'm hoping for a very fun, relaxed weekend. That's what I'm aiming for, especially family friendly. I am hoping to have, the plan is to offer lunch Friday and Saturday, but dinner will be on your own. So you'll be able to find one of those fabulous restaurants right nearby. Trust me, there's a ton of, no matter what you want to eat, you're going to find it.
Yeah, you absolutely will. And if anyone needs suggestions, I'm a foodie, so I have plenty of suggestions.
The Troy Marriott staff has been fantastic about, if you have a question, ask them. They will know it. If they don't know it, they will find you an answer.
So
So
on that day, for everyone who doesn't probably don't have a clue, so you will be there, I will be there, and how many? Share the other bloggers that are participating.
Nicola from Alpha Heroes, who's based out in Seattle, she'll be here as well. We have, for those of you who follow Literary Escapism, Nicole and Casey will be there as well. We also have Elizabeth from Cupcakes and Vodka who will be stopping in. Those are our featured bloggers. And then we have a few others. There's a few other people who've said they're talking about showing up yet, but they haven't registered, so I don't want to say they're going to be there and then disappoint everyone when they're down the show. So
Right.
we'll have a few surprise guests as well, I'm sure.
Awesome, and maybe you might announce them with the hashtag as they register.
Every time an author registers, I am shouting it out from the rooftops.
Okay, so you guys follow that hashtag so you know who the new and exciting authors are.
Or follow at Rust City BookCon on Twitter, or at Facebook, or well, Tumblr's pretty good. I'm still learning Tumblr, but I'm still there pretty regularly. So follow any of the social media.
Okay, sounds good. I think we've covered everything. If anyone has any questions, feel free to leave comments below. Both Jackie and myself will come back and answer questions as we see them. And don't forget to tweet at Rust City BookCon, and she'll answer any questions directly as well. So that's it for us today, right?
Yeah, I can't think of anything. I'm open to hear any comments, suggestions. I'm working on the programming and I'm hoping to have the schedule up in June, July. So if there's something you want to see, let me hear it. If there's a panel you've been wanting to attend and could never make it, let me hear it.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. See you then.
Who's your first author next week?
Oh, good question. I knew you were going to ask me that because we talked about that. And who did I say it was? It is Rosalind Keynes.
Oh, you guys don't want to miss her. She's hilarious. She is going to bring the party for sure. So make sure you check that out.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to it. She looks like she's a lot of fun, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy it.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Until next time. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye.